And finally tonight, boy, we missed the good old days when George Carlin had his 7 banned words that you couldn't say on broadcast television or radio or else you'd get fired. You know what the 7 words are. We're not going to say it. See, we're a streaming news service, so we're not beholden to the FCC and the 7 words, but we try to keep things family-oriented here. We're not going to say those words to you. The problem is now we live in a very different world, and a local news reporter down in Mississippi just got fired for saying this.
Up with.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Before we know it, she'd have a Snoop Dogg tattoo on her shoulder.
For shizzle, my nizzle.
I'm telling you. Julie, what you think about that? Huh, she says.
Well, get this.
Yeah, she's fired. Doug, it's another edition of Larry versus the Internet because this thing's going viral. She got fired. Someone had to explain to me why she got fired.
Right.
I bet someone had to explain to her why she got fired. We're not going to say it. She said it.
Right.
But she said, "Faux shizzle my..."
Horrible, terrible word. I mean,
wait, how is that? It's not even a word.
Well, that's the thing that I think is so funny about this whole controversy, right? Where it's not the word that, you know, everybody's kind of blaming her for saying. It's nizzle.
Well, this is apparently an urban euphemism for the N-word.
Right, exactly. So, but it isn't.
But just like the N-word, only people in the black community can say that N-word to each other.
Right.
Someone who looks like you or I should not use that word,
but
and certainly not that woman.
It's gotten to the point now where it's ridiculous. Like, this woman was apparently at this station for 20 years. She had been a veteran reporter, a veteran journalist with this station for a long time. And they threw her under the bus.
Well, I mean, she said
basizzle.
She said the N-word. She said
the nizzle word.
No, you can't say that. Why would you say that? All right, well, I'm offended by that, and I'm disgusted, and I assure you Doug Blair will be reprimanded and severe.
See you guys.
Here's the problem. You can't change the rules on people and change the language and then expect everybody to know what the new language is.
Yeah.
You know who's to blame for all this?
Is it
no,
President Trump?
I'll tell you, well, no, well, they'll figure out a way. No, to blame is the aforementioned Snoop Dogg. You heard this whole thing had to do with, apparently Snoop Dogg has a wine coming out.
Doesn't he already have a wine?
Maybe they were talking about how he's coming to town to publicize his wine. I don't know. Okay. But it all started when Snoop taught Martha Stewart how to say this word.
Give us 5 vocabulary words that we must have to get through life these days.
The first word is definitely, you may have heard it before. Let me give you the exact meaning of it. It's called for shizzle. Now, for shizzle means, you know, in your words, you might say, hey, for sure. But now you can say for shizzle.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
So here's Snoop Dogg sort of bending over backwards to tell the Martha Stewart audience that this is the right way to talk if you want to be real, you know, hip with the youngsters. Clearly, this woman in Mississippi looks like a Martha Stewart viewer.
She looks like somebody who watches Martha Stewart.
So I think she somewhere...
Like a hardened criminal.
Yes. She somehow learned this faux shizzle thing.
Right.
And thought it was cute that faux shizzle rhymes. And she didn't put 2 and 2 together.
But here's the thing, and then maybe I'm going to take some heat for this, but
You're already fired.
Right, exactly. So I guess I'll just do this. So
you said the N-word. I mean, not the N-word, but the new N-word. Apparently,
the updated version.
How about we just not say any words that begin with N? That's the only way we can be safe.
I can do that. Not. Blew it. I blew it. But to the point that we're trying to make about this particular clip with this woman is that nobody, I think, actually was offended by this, right? I don't think that there's, maybe outside of a couple of Twitter people, this was preemptive. This was the TV station saying we have to cover our butts to make sure that we don't, you know, we get the Twitter mob all riled up. But like nobody was offended by it. And when they engage in this type of behavior, it just makes it worse. It just allows this behavior to continue for even more ridiculous reasons.
Well, to be fair, anybody who would be offended by it would actually know what faux shizzle that word means, and I assure you they're not watching the local morning news show there. But I think you're wrong. I think one person was incredibly uncomfortable. Let's watch this again, but keep your eye on the dude on the right side of your screen who is probably the weather guy or the sport. Let's watch his reaction.
come up with.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Before we know it, she'd have a Snoop Dogg tattoo on her shoulder.
For shizzle, my nizzle.
I'm telling you.
Wait,
Julie,
watch
what do you
it.
think about that?
Watch it. Look at it. It's like, what did I just hear? What did I? Yeah, so I think he may have.
Right, but do you think that he went up to management and was like, we gotta get Betty fired here?
Well, let's see. Next week, that man will be behind the anchor desk. And he'll be your new
what a
nightly
wonderful
anchor.
new position.
Yeah, well, no, you're fired. That's it for tonight. For Shizzle. We'll see you tomorrow, next time. Same time, same place, or something
Not
like
me,
that.
though.
In the meantime, I'll see you on the radio. He'll see you on the unemployment line. For Shizzle.